Hello everyone, now we are going to do question number 9 of exercise 14.5, right. So it says you have to draw any angle with vertex O, and then you have to take point A on the arms and B and the other arm so that OA equals to OB, and then you have to draw perpendicular bisectors of OA and OB and which meet each other at point P, and then you have to check is PA equal to PB. Let's do it step by step. Okay, first is you have to draw any angle with vertex O. So students, you can draw any angle, okay, but for it is advisable here in this question to take, first of all, in the first attempt we will draw any obtuse angle because it will give us more space to do the work. Okay, so this is the only thing why I want to draw an obtuse angle. Otherwise you can draw any angle, any acute angle or any right angle or any other angle also. So I am going to draw an acute angle first. Okay, so let's draw, because now we have to draw the bisectors also. So again it should be somewhere in the middle of the page, right. So here the vertex O, and I am going to draw an acute angle here, or you can take a little bit more than 90 degree, right. Now we have to take point A somewhere on this arm, point B somewhere on this arm, such that this OA should be equal to OB. Okay, so length of OA and OB is not given, so I am going to measure it with the help of the compass. We have to do it with the compass only, right. So what can I do? I can draw two arcs with the same length. Okay, I am going to cut the same length from these two arcs, like we have drawn the copy of the line segment, same length. So here we have to take same length on this arm also, and we have to take same length on the other arm also. So just check, I am not going to change the length of the compass here. So here I have taken point A, and here I am going to take point B. So just check here, OA, this and this, these two are by default same because I have drawn the arcs with the same length. Why we have done so? Because it was asked in the question that we have to take point A and B on two arms such that OA is equals to OB. So this is point O, this is our point A, and here this is the point B, right. Now next what we need to do, we have to draw perpendicular bisectors of OA and OB. So let's draw first of all perpendicular bisector of OA. So now just check here, this is the line segment OA from O to A. So what are the 2 points from which you are going to draw the arcs to draw its perpendicular bisector? This is the point O and point A. So we have to open our compass more than half of OA now. So just check, this is more than half of OA. So here this is the line segment, right. Here it is the tilted. So this is above the line segment, this is below the line segment, right. So your first arc should be somewhere here, and other arc will be on this side, right. Now draw the arc with the same length. For one perpendicular bisector, the 4 arcs should be with the same length, right. For another perpendicular bisector, I can change the length of the compass. So from point A again, just check, I am going to draw another arc. So now I have to join to make the perpendicular bisector. So let's join this point and this point. So I can extend it on this side. And next what I need to do? Next I have to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line segment OB. Okay. So students, it is advisable, somewhere we have seen that what you people do is you have drawn, you will draw all the arcs from point for the bisector of OA also, for OB also, and then you will try to join the line segment for perpendicular bisector, and somewhere it will create a mess for you. Okay, so it is advisable first of all draw this perpendicular bisector and then you will draw another perpendicular bisector. So again, now this is the line segment OB, so 2 arcs from below and 2 arcs from above the line segment, and accordingly you can change the length of the compass, but make sure it should be more than half of this OB. This is the line segment. Now this is the length from here to here. Okay, so these are the two endpoints from where now you are going to draw the 2 arcs. Here this is the point O and here it is the point B, right? So let's draw 2 arcs from point B and draw 2 arcs from point O. So now let's draw the perpendicular bisector of OB also. And we have to extend it so that it should meet the previous perpendicular bisector. If it's not meeting, you have to extend these perpendicular bisectors, right? And where they are meeting, let them meet at point P. So where these two perpendicular bisectors are meeting, now let me highlight this for you again. Again, you need not to do. These are the two perpendicular bisectors. So here we have to give the name. Where do they meet each other? These two are meeting at this point. This is point P. We have to give this name as point P, right? Now what we need to check? We have to check is PA equals to PB. So to measure PA, first of all we need to join PA and PB also. So let's join PA and PB. So now we have to measure the length of PA and PB. So just check what is the length of PA. PA is 6 centimeter. You can get any length, right? So what is the length of PA? PA is 6 centimeter here. You can get the different lengths also. Okay, and then measure PB also again. This is 5.8. Let's measure PA again. This was my mistake. PA is also 5.8 centimeter. So this is not 6 centimeter, 5.8 centimeter, and PB is also what? PB is also 5.8 centimeter. So here instead of 5.8 centimeter you can get any length, but PA and PB, this was PB. So PA and PB both must be equal. So you will write down, yes, PA is equals to PB. So this was all about question number 9. Thank you and have a nice day.